Guys, okay, so I've got a foundation for you today. I'm just going to turn my car off. This is the Revlon Colorstay Matte Finish for Combo to Oily Skin. 24-hour formula in the shade 110 Ivory. This foundation has been around forever. I want to say this foundation was even around when I was like a teenager. So we're just going to get right into this. Now, I already have a review on the one for normal to dry. Yeah, that's the one. Did not like it. I am hoping this one's better. I don't know how it's going to be. If this looks any more dry, cakey, and disgusting on my skin than one that's formulated for normal to dry skin, I just don't see how it's going to work. But we're going to do this anyway. I've seen a million reviews on this in the past. I haven't recently because it's just was never a foundation that I was interested in. I'm just going to turn my car right back on and turn the air conditioner off because, oh my goodness, it's hot today. In the Chicago area, ladies, it finally became summer, but now it's like humid hot. So anyway, this was never a foundation that I was really very interested in. It just looked like it was going to be too difficult to manage on all the reviews that I had seen. You have to use a wet sponge. You have to do it this way or else it looks bad. So I just was too much high maintenance for me. And honestly, the Matte Ambition foundation that I just used the other day, it might be comparable to this. $12 for that one. This one I want to say was about $12 as well. 10 to 12, I can't remember. It's in that range. And also the Sleek Life Proof foundation, which is $11, I think, is really good for longevity, coverage, just looking nice on your skin, and you don't have to be all high maintenance about it if you're looking for something that's long lasting. Okay. Oh, this is a lot runnier than I was expecting. I want to say this was the lightest shade. It is pretty neutral looking. Yeah, it's got almost like a pink-ish undertone. On my skin, it's going to look a little pink because anything that's real beige or real neutral tends to look pink on my skin. I'm picking it up with a damp beauty sponge. This is the Precision Beauty sponge that I picked up from Walmart, which I like. I ended up liking these. I might do a video about beauty tools I've been using, brushes and sponges recently. But anyway, a little bit of a spoiler, this sponge is really nice. The only thing I don't like about it, and you guys put that in the comments if you've tried these or tried beauty sponges before. I put out about a pea-size amount and it's gone. Which ties into why one of the reasons I dislike this sponge. I feel like it really does soak up product, like more so than any other beauty sponge that I've used. And my two favorites in the past have been the Eco Tools, the green one, and then the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. I have never tried the Beauty Blender brand sponge. I probably will. I've been needing to go to Ulta for a while and just see what they've got, if they've got anything new, but I might pick one up at that time. Okay, so it feels nice actually going on, better than I had expected. It's not giving me a lot of coverage though. I hope I'm not too washed out. I've got a light today because the lighting is weird. Alright, I don't know what to say. This is already looking better than the other one. I'm going to put a little bit more on this side because I feel like right down here I'm not really very even. But I will say that I don't think that I used a sponge on the last one. I think I used a brush, and that might be the reason why. Something to consider though is that if you wear makeup every day and you want to apply it with a sponge, you're going to use twice as much product, I feel like. Okay, so shade looks good. It's actually not providing as much coverage as I was expecting. I'm going to do the other side. Let me just go ahead and use a brush on the other side. I didn't want to because I've heard that it doesn't look good with the brush, but we're just going to try it out anyway. I was expecting more coverage. But something you could do is if this is... Man, it's just not going very far. Anyway, back to my thought. What you could do is if you really like this foundation or really want to use it, really want to try it, what you might be able to do is apply it with the brush if that gives you good coverage or better coverage than applying it with a sponge, and then maybe just smooth it over with the sponge afterwards. That may help. It really is setting down though. And just from my face to the viewfinder, or my mirror I mean, it's already looking better than the other one. So, and yes, my face is going to look ghostly white because of the shadow and the lighting, so just keep that in mind. Okay, this is kind of making my skin look a little bit like plastic. If you like that kind of like mannequin-like looking skin, then you may like this. It's not completely matte. There's some light reflecting. It's got pretty good coverage, but again, it is making my skin look a little bit plasticky, and a little bit crusty around my nose. Yeah. But it sets down. Like, I've got a dry patch right here and some texture, and it's set. It's not moving, it's not blending. It's once it sets, girls, and that's it. You can't mess around with it anymore. Okay, so I will wear this for the rest of the day. Decent coverage. I would give it medium coverage. I don't know, low medium coverage. I really have a hard time judging the coverage of foundations because people will say it's full coverage, and I'm like, well, what does full coverage mean? It's not completely opaque. No foundation has ever been completely opaque on my skin. The best I've ever gotten is the Dermacol has given me the best coverage, and that I would consider a full coverage foundation. Never has it ever been opaque. My sunspot always shows through. I can never cover that. My pigmentation always shows through. So this is not, in my opinion, full coverage. It is a good solid low medium coverage for me. I still have like spots, acne spots, pigmentation, everything. You can still see it. My skin looks from a distance, it looks more even and more covered, but you can still see everything through it. I don't know if it's lighting or what it is about when you're watching YouTube videos, but sometimes it's deceiving when you see them in real life. The makeup looks, their skin either doesn't look as good because all that bright lighting is washing it out. They're not trying to lie to you. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the lighting really does make a difference. So this is decent coverage. I'll give it that. I will check it in my mirror at home. That's usually a good teller. And of course I'll wear it for the rest of the day. I'll see how it wears, how it feels, how it ends up looking, and I will update you guys in the description or in the comments. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.